Hey, lovelies. Welcome to the last night of LiveMass. Can someone do me a huge favor and just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Because I was having some issues with my mic. So let me know if you can hear me. Otherwise, I might have to like tweak it just a little bit. So while I'm waiting for someone to give me a heads up, I am hopefully you're going to be able to hear this, but I'm really excited. Okay, thanks, Deandra. That's awesome. I'm really excited to spend this last night of liveness with you. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate, and I hope that regardless that you all got a nice weekend. So I am just excited to be here and to share with you my winter beauty picks. I thought this would be a good way to kind of like end our livemas together, talking about some of the things that I know that I'm going to be reaching for time and time again through this season. Because let me tell you, I'm looking for the things that I know are tried and true. I'm looking for the things that are going to keep my dry skin looking good. And honestly, I'm also looking for the things that I just need to use more of, whether it's like, okay, this is getting close to the end of its life, or I'm just like, I haven't really been giving this a lot of love. So that's going to be what I'm sharing with you tonight. But if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly, and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. All right. So I see everybody hanging out in the comments. Thank you so much for joining. Mel, thank you. And hey, Sandy. Hey, Jilly, that's okay if hopefully you can like get in and out, but good luck, fingers crossed for a somewhat calm night at work. And hey, Deandra, thank you so much for popping in. Hey, Kara. Hey, Dawn. Okay, we got so many wonderful people in here. Jody, I'm glad you could make it. Hey, Kelsey. So I am, it's obviously the day after Christmas. I am living on leftovers and lots of caffeine today. Not gonna lie. I hope you all had a good holiday. We had a good time yesterday. We were at my parents' house, and so it was filled with lots of food and lots of games and lots of laughs. I obviously did the Christmas saran wrap ball with my family, which was a huge hit. It was also just huge. Like that ball, y'all. I wanted to like set something in that picture on Instagram. The ball was like, I mean, just humongous. I weighed it. It was over 30 pounds. And I messaged my mom and I was like, Mom, I'm a little worried for your dining table this year. Like it was super heavy. And actually towards the end, like I was like trying to think of things that maybe I wouldn't need to put in because we were running out of saran wrap. I think there were a couple things that we didn't end up putting in because it was like, okay, between the ball for my family and the ball for Jeremy's kids, I went through 2 things of Costco saran wrap, and my heart was sort of like, oh, this is like, I don't love using that much plastic, but the fact that Jeremy and I don't use saran wrap all year long, I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is better than like all of the Christmas wrap that we would probably use because then, the gifts are all within the ball. So anyway, so that was our fun yesterday. And I am excited to be spending tonight with you. So all right. Oh, Deandra, thank you. So this is actually, Deandra just said that she likes my red hoodie. So I have this in this color and I have it, of course, in rose gold. It's like a millennial pink kind of color. And then I have it in like a mustard gold as well. I got this from Fabletics. Last time I checked, they still had some and they were clearancing them out. So I really like it. I'm probably going to regret. It is for those of you that don't film or don't film with a lot of like studio lights on you, let me tell you how hot this gets. After my last live, this is probably TMI, but after my last live, I got up and like just like sweat spots on my pants. I was like, huh, so hot. So when I put this on tonight, I was like, okay, right now I'm cold, but maybe once these lights are all going, it's gonna be real steamy, but it's okay. I was like, this is sort of like holiday vibes for me. So I decided that this was perfect. Hey, Becky, thank you for hopping in. So I am just going to start. Let's go ahead and pop in with some hair care. So for me in the wintertime, my hair is already very naturally dry because I just have coarse hair. And the fact that it's naturally wavy, the fact that it's color treated, those are like some of the main things that make hair just naturally going to be dry. And then this time of year, whether it's the dry winter air or it's being in the heat, being in like the heat in the house, it just sucks the life out of my hair. So the shampoo and conditioner that I reach for this time of year is the Clean Beauty Hydrate from Paul Mitchell. So these are just so wonderful. If you have dry or coarse hair, you're looking to soften your hair, let me tell you, this conditioner especially just makes my hair feel so soft and so silky. Like, when you shampoo your hair and then you go to put in the conditioner, and after you condition it, it just feels like a completely different creature. That's what this product does. So it's just one that I've loved for a long time now, ever since we launched it. For those of you that don't know, by the way, I'm a national trainer for John Paul Mitchell Systems. So I have a little bit of a bias, but they don't know that I talk about their products in my videos. But this is what I use at my salon, and it's also what I choose to use in my hair. But so this has olive and oat peptides in it. So it's just super nourishing, super hydrating, and I absolutely loved it. Oh, Dawn, let me tell you, if you haven't used Paul Mitchell, we still have the classics that everybody knows and loves, but we have so many other things to offer. So I definitely recommend giving it a peek. Oh, and by the way, anything that I'm talking about tonight, I don't know how it happened, but I actually had enough time to link everything down below for you. So I will go ahead, and I think everything that is still available, I have a couple products in here that you can't get anymore, but everything else is linked down below if you ever wanted to peek at what I'm needing in my winter picks. All right, so I'm going to set these to the side. Oh no, did I tip it? Okay, so I had the shampoo upside down because these actually came out of my shower. And I was like, I'm going to get every last drop out of these. I am that person. Like, even at the salon, when I go through like my big liters and there's like this much left, I'm like, I'm going to take this home and flip it upside down in my own shower so that I can get these last like 6 shampoos out of it. I'm just the person that I want to get every single last drop out of it. All right, so let's go into I have so much skincare that I feel like I've talked about over the years. I think actually a long time ago, I did a winter skincare favorite. So I'm not really going through a lot of that. To be honest, I am going to try a few of the things that are in my skincare hoard. I'm going to open up a couple things. I did talk recently I think it was in my monthly favorites, about the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. That has been like a must-have right now for me with my dry skin. But the one thing that I did want to talk about, and where did it go? Did I put it in here? Okay, I brought a box of things. The one thing that I want to talk about is this product. It's the One Thing Jojoba Golden Organic Oil. I think I got this from Yes Style, but I don't think they carry it anymore, but it is available on Amazon. Now, jojoba oil is something that is great for hair and skin, and this is something that I have been using at night when my skin is extra parched. And what I usually do is I will just like put a dropper full of this all over my face and my neck. And then whatever's left on my hands, I'll just run it through the ends of my hair just to kind of like give my hair some extra hydration. And this is actually pretty cost effective. So I have had this one for quite a while, and I'm definitely going to go through it this winter. So I'm about down to here. And I've just really found that it seems to soothe my skin and also just help hydrate it and keep it like protected from the dry air. So this is one that I'm going to use a lot of. All right. So then as far as, and honestly, like I said, a couple of these things are things that I just kind of need to use up. And I saw this when I finally was able to get into that bottom drawer that was stuck because I couldn't get into it. When I was finally able to get into it, I saw these and I was like, okay, this is going to be the winter of using these up. These are the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. Now, what I actually use these for is to thin out my foundation. So if I'm wearing a foundation that's medium or full coverage, I guess I probably only have like one full coverage, but I almost never wear that much coverage. So what I will do is kind of like cocktail these together, usually like half and half. And then I'm able to get a little bit more of a sheer coverage and then also get a really nice glow. Because I will tell you, I am already kind of dry. I know I've been kind of trying to be good with my actives, but yesterday when I put on my makeup, I was like, oh, I had got like a dry like patch here on my nose. And so this is going to be the time that I go ahead and start cocktailing in a glowy product like this. I have never been a person who has identified as oily, but this summer, I would say that my skin was normal to almost combo. And so I was like, who am I? I don't know what's going on here. So I sort of put away the extra glowy products. Hey, Lisa and Liz, Lisa, there's no such thing as being late to a live. You just show up whenever you can make it. Also, I have to say, and I'm just going to continue to call you Lisa because I know last time you're like, that's my pen name. But if I start calling you by your actual name, it's just going to confuse everybody. They're going to be like, who is Kelly talking to? So, Lisa, I downloaded your book and I am excited to try it. I told you that I was going to start it this week, and I am. I'm going to book a pedicure and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to start reading your book, and I'm super excited. Okay. So, as far as coverage, by the way, I was just talking about those. So, you all know that right now I'm loving my Haus Labs Triclone concealer, and that's probably going to be the concealer that I continue to be obsessed with. I did just go ahead and I didn't link this one, but I did just pick up the shade 10 Light Golden because I bought 13 Light Neutral, and I wanted something that was just a little bit lighter, and the 10 is just a little bit lighter, and it was also listed as being for olive skin tones. And I just find, you'd think it would be when I am more tan in the summertime, but as I get lighter, as I get more pale and Wisconsin sucks the life out of me, as that starts to happen, my olive tones are that much more noticeable, and I just can't get away with like a neutral. It almost looks like pink or peach on me. So I'm really wanting to find a true olive undertone concealer, and that one is actually what I'm wearing today, and it's worked out pretty well. So, so Mel, you were saying that you want to try the Haus foundation. So I was actually going to say this is the foundation that I'm absolutely going to be reaching for this season because it is just stunning on skin when it's dry. I would say like dry to normal skin. This is just absolutely gorgeous on. So, oh, Lisa, I just clicked you. Yeah. So we can talk about the shades in just a second. But this one is absolutely a stunner. It just has a beautiful, I would say satin tipping into luminous, depending on your skin type. But this is just absolutely beautiful. And it's the one that I'm going to be using. I do want to pick up another shade, but I'm holding off. You all know that I put in my goals for the year. I'm probably not going to be buying foundation for a while. And if there's anybody in here that didn't see last week's live, we went over beauty goals for 2024. So Lisa, we can talk a little bit about the shades. So MAC sort of did what I think it was Makeup Forever who originally like Haus did. I'm like confusing all these brands. So Haus Labs sort of flipped the script on tones as far as like if you are cool, they say to get the warm shade to almost neutralize, if that makes any sense. So it's almost, and I know everybody was so confused, and I think it was MAC that originally did this in the day because it's like, oh, we're trying to like neutralize tones, and so it was almost to like find your opposite on the color wheel and sort of combine the two to get the perfect skin tone. So if you have neutral leaning warm, chances are that you need a cool shade. And if you are neutral leaning cool, chances are you need what is considered a warm shade. I think they got a lot of pushback on that because I've noticed that the concealers are not labeled like that, which I think is incredibly confusing, but I've noticed that. So for me, I actually have the 210 Light Medium Neutral shade, and that one has worked pretty well on me, but I do feel like it's almost just a little bit cooler than what would be ideal for me. I know these brands like with their undertones. So you've all heard me talk about that one a lot, but this one, I know I just recently got this. I hauled it and then I put it on in my makeup playdate video, but ever since then, I think I had worn it once before that makeup playdate, but ever since then, I cannot stop wearing this. This is of course the Yummy Skin Serum Tint. I have the shade 4, and this is just so incredibly beautiful. There is something about the finish of this. It does not have a lot of coverage. Like I will say it is light at best. It's really just that almost like perfect, beautiful, hydrating filter for your face. And it is just so stunning. Like this, it's just the finish of it for me. And it looks so beautiful on the skin. The undertone for me is great. Obviously, when you're working with a really sheer product, there's a little bit more wiggle room in, an undertone matching you. So this is absolutely beautiful. I want to get a lot of use out of this winter and spring because I know come summertime, it's going to be too glowy for me. I wore it to work the one day, and by the end of the day, I was pretty shiny through here. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't mind that, but I think come summertime when it's really hot, it's going to be too much, but this is just beautiful. So if you haven't tried it out, if you have an opportunity to get a sample, please do so because I just absolutely love it. Oh, Sunspray, you say that it's your favorite. That's right. I saw you apply that in an Instagram live, I think, and it looked beautiful. For me though, don't you feel like the finish is, or not the finish, the coverage is pretty light? Like I think it says it's buildable, but I am just like, I feel like it's just light. It's just light and beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with that. We don't have to try to claim to be able to like erase all the sins. All right, I'm going to drink my drink here. I was telling my friend Mel, we were messaging, and I was like, I'm so tired. I kind of want to have a coffee, but I don't want to do that to myself at 7 o'clock at night. And I was like, once I get chatting, I'm going to be fine, which I am. But I've got some hydration with some like vitamins and elderberry in here, trying to stave off any like winter yuck. What is this piece doing? Long-haired lovelies, does this happen to you? All of my hair migrates to like the center of me, and I just hate it. It's like, I don't need a hairy chest. Thank you. Okay. So the other product that I am going to be using a lot with maybe not the serum, but definitely with the Haus Labs. And it's actually, by the way, the Haus Labs is what I have on right now. I used my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, and then I put up the Haus Labs and I mixed this in. Deandra, I don't need to do that. I need to try to like stay on a good sleep schedule. That can be dangerous. Yeah, Kara, there are a lot of winter yuckies going around. So the product that I am actually going to really enjoy mixing into the Haus Labs and any other foundations that are just a pinch too dark for me for this time of year is the Shade Adjuster from Salt, New York. So this balm is essentially a white balm that you can mix into colors to make your foundation a little bit lighter. So that's what I did today. So you can kind of see these little like scrape marks that are in there. I just used a palette scraper, and I would say I cocktailed 2/3 of the foundation. And again, I have the shade 210. So I did 2/3 that with 1/3 of this balm. And the balm itself has a fairly light coverage. It just really helps to sheer out the color that you have, not sheer it out, but make it a lighter tone. So this is going to be used a lot this season to help me get through some of the foundations that I love using this time of year, but are maybe just a bit too dark for me for right now. I'm all about using up this makeup. Now, this is discontinued as of right now. I think Kiki said that she is maybe going to reformulate and come back with the newness, because like she's redoing the palettes, she's redoing the pans, I think. So I'm wondering if these will be coming back. But I know that there are other brands that make a product like this. Obviously, you can also just take a foundation shade that's too light for you, but I have this one and I really need to use it. So, okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about other complexion. And these are things that I have recently got. I'm actually wearing both of these, and these are, of course, a couple of the items that I picked up from Phytosurgeons during their sale. I cannot get enough. I do have the Spectral Sunlight Cream Bronzer on in Golden Warmth, so I'll show you this one for those of you that haven't tried this. I'm actually really liking this, and I know that a couple people, when I did my video about trying all of these things, when I said that this bronzer has a little bit of tack on the skin, it's just that like slight waxy feel that essentially fades. But if even just like that minimal amount bothers you, a light coat of translucent setting powder will totally work. I have on the Hourglass Veil and just a dusting of that, and there's no problem at all. So really enjoying this. I think this is a great color still going into the winter for me. So I'm absolutely loving it. And I do think that for me, this is great for this time of year. And having dry skin, it's worked really well. The other product that I'm absolutely going to use a lot, of course, are the Skin Spark blushes. Now, this is the shade Evaporate. And again, it's what I have on today. This is just that slightly toasty, and this is from the Toasted series that they have. So this is just a slightly warmed up, peachy, dusty, beigey color. That's what I'm going to go with. That doesn't sound that sexy, but it sure looks good. It's sort of that blush that I will be able to wear with just about everything. I think that if you are cool toned or you prefer a cool toned blush, the Condensate shade. And Jody, if you're still in here, I think that's the one that you've used a lot, right? So Condensate is more on the cooler side of this, but it's just absolutely a beautiful one as well. I don't have that one, but I think that's the one that Jody says that she's used a lot of. Hey, Natalia, thank you for hopping in. Oh, Mel, you and me both. I bought a lot of blushes this year, and really, I don't have any regrets. There weren't that many fails for me, but now I'm like, hey, maybe we should use some of these blushes. So that's sort of what I am striving towards. Okay, so let's see. We might as well talk about what else I have on my face. A little bit of glow here. If you aren't new to, me yammering on about products that I enjoy and the kind of makeup looks that I like to wear, it's fairly rare anymore that I wear an actual highlighter because I just like wearing a blush that has a bit of dew to it, or the skincare underneath has a bit of dew to it. But I do think in the wintertime, I like that little extra pop, but I still want something that is soft, still looks like skin. I'm just in that phase. There are times where like a fun, hey, I put highlighter on look is cute, but I just want it to look like I happen to have great glowy skin. And these do it every single time. These are the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light ones. I can't get enough. I have the shade Pillow Talk, the light on today. It's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. And it literally just looks like hydrated model skin. You know what I mean? So I just love this, and a little goes a very long way. I know these have a high price tag. I know that there are many, many dupes out there. For me, I am just going to stick with this one. I've tried one or two of the dupes, and I'm like, this just blends so well into the skin, and a little goes such a long way, and it's one that I absolutely love. Oh, we're all lamenting about blush. Liz, so much blush this year. Yes, this was definitely a year of blush. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, Valerie, I have exothermic as well. I like that one. I think I have that one. I really had to rein myself in during the sale. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Jody's popping in to talk about condensate. Yeah, I think that it is definitely that sort of like dusty, and I mean that in kind of like dust. You know what I mean? It's like a grungy violet. Yeah. Oh, lavender oat latte. Yeah, they do a really good job with their shade descriptions. Okay. Oh, sorry. I keep bumping my laptop. Also, there was an update today, and I was like, ooh, let me see if I can plug my camera in now. No, not doing it. So I probably won't be doing more like makeup focused, like application focused lives for a while, because I want to wait until I can work this camera. Mac and Canon have to have a little coming together. Okay. So what else? I think that for me, especially if you have been following on Instagram, for me, this last week, the week of Christmas is usually hairdresser's busiest week of the year. And I was like, all right, Kelly, you cannot get up and be putzing around with like 4 or 5 shades of eyeshadow. You need to get up and out the door. And so I was like, what we have to do is we have to do bold lips and simple eyes. And that's what I rolled through all week long, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm like, you know what? This is great. You can do this. So I think I will probably be doing a little bit more of that this season. And I actually really like a bold lip as my skin gets a little bit lighter. I feel a little bit more sallow. It just sort of breathes some life into my look. So I think that that is definitely something I'm going to be doing. I put all of these items in a box over here, and now I'm like trying to find them all. Where is the lipstick that I picked up? Hold on. Please stand by. I was like, this is probably a bad idea, but oh, there we go. But this is helping me keep everything together. It's kind of chaos in this room right now. All right, so the lipstick that I am probably going to be wearing a lot this time of year, and I saw a lot of people on Instagram wearing it for the holidays. It is Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Ribbon. So Ribbon is definitely more of that true leaning blue red. Like it's not so blue that it's almost like a berry, but it is not an orangey red. So this is one that I absolutely love. I just think it looks so stunning. It just really helps brighten up the face, and it's just that badass red. And so I really love that. I do have here, because I just bought it with my 10% off coupon. I bought Velvet Dragon. So if you are someone who prefers a more like orange based red, I love them both when it comes to a red, I like them all. So this is Velvet Dragon, and this is, oh my gosh, backwards on the on the laptop screen, Ribbon and Dragon. So if you have a really warm skin tone or you just prefer, I have a warm skin tone, but I still like the cool reds. I just think makes the teeth look white. Everything looks great. But if that's something that you prefer, then that's a shade that you can go with. So those are the lipsticks as far as like bold colors that I am loving. So we're going to take a pause. We only have a couple more products to go. I'm going to grab a makeup wipe and we're going to talk about the giveaway from last week, which for those of you that weren't here, the giveaway last week was the Wayne Goss Weightless Veil palette in Sweet Wildflower and one of his glosses in Petunia, I believe, and a Units brush. So the person that won this was in here because I saw them comment at the beginning, and the person who won last week's giveaway is Sandy R. So I'm going to pop up because I know that Sandy was in here in the very beginning. So congrats, Sandy. I will be DMing you on Instagram so that we can figure that out so I can send you your giveaway. So of course, as always with LiveMass, tonight we have a giveaway as well, which I am really excited to do. And that is actually, I'm going to share with you what's in the giveaway as we get through the last of my faves, because that is what's in the giveaway as well. Because you know that I'm like that friend that it's like one for me and one for you. So the giveaway tonight is going to be the products that I'm about to talk to you about. I think everything else that's in here is in the giveaway. Hold on. Let me peek. Oh, not quite everything. Almost everything. Okay, almost everything is going to be in the video. I just realized I missed a blush. So I'm going to talk about that too. And a palette that you can't actually like, it's my palette, but we'll talk about that. Okay, so for tonight's giveaway, if you are new to LiveMass, you have to be present at the live chat, which you all are right now. So you have to be present at the live chat and you have to have a US or Canada mailing address. And then other than that, you have to type in the live chat the emoji of the night. So I think for tonight, since this is really about like celebrating each other and having fun through the end of the year, we're going to do the little champagne bottle. You know, the like little congrats, like pop a cork. We're coming up on New Year's, so that is going to be the one. So if you drop that emoji in the chat, I'll be able to tell that you were here for the live. And then at the end of this live, the Google form that you need to fill out will be what gets you access to signing up for the giveaway. So that will be going up at the end of this video. It's linked in the description right now, but it's not available to fill out. So you will be able to start that at the end of the video. And good luck to everybody, because I just have so much fun doing all these giveaways. Oh, I see Sandy is here. Hey, Sandy, congratulations. So again, we just need to have the little like champagne popped into the, oh, did it go to a commercial? Yeah. Okay. So you just have to pop the champagne into the chat and then you'll be able to fill out the form. So I'm really excited to share with you the items that are in the giveaway, and we're going to get into that in just a sec. So before, I'm going to take a break and I'm just going to kind of look through the comments here for a second because I know everybody's chatting and I feel like I'm missing out. And plus I need a drink. Okay, we're talking about lipsticks. Steven says that they love the shade Dragon, so the formula and the shade. Yeah, Steven, that is like, it is such a beautiful shade. And I would say that you have more of a cool undertone, but I think that that like warmth of Dragon is just like, ugh, it's just so gorgeous. Oh, Jill, same. Because that was a big part of doing this season, because I used to love wearing a bold lip. And then after like months and months of mask wearing, I just kind of got out of it. I actually got out of like doing any makeup below basically my eyes. So it's been fun to kind of pull everything back out again. It's sort of like shopping in my own makeup stash, right? All right. Oh, people talking about Phytosurgents. Oh, Cinnabar. Yeah. So Mel, that was one of my shades this last week. Cinnabar is one of those shades that I think looks good on every single person. Cool toned, fair, deepest of skin. It's just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Okay, awesome. So the one blush that I forgot to mention, I wore this for Christmas. I actually wore it on Christmas Day and I pulled these out and I used to talk about these a lot. And this is one that I'm like, okay, you need to use these up, but also just really enjoy them. And these are the Flower Blush Bombs from Flower Beauty, obviously. These are stunning. These are still, I think, one of the most beautiful liquid blushes that I own. I think that the texture of these is absolutely beautiful. They blend really easily onto the skin and they have a beautiful dewy look to them. Hey, Eden, thanks for stopping in. So, like, if you have not tried these and you're looking for a fairly inexpensive liquid blush, I think I was actually looking to make sure that they still make these. So on the Flower site, or I think it was maybe on Ulta, they're like $11.99 and they are still available on Ulta. So I have the shade Nectar here. I mixed this one with Spice on Christmas Day and it's absolutely gorgeous. I have a look that I'm going to be posting soon, so you'll be able to see that. But these are just absolutely beautiful. So, oh, Dana, you haven't tried Flower. So I have on my channel a video where I think I was trying a bunch of different Flower Beauty and I fell in love with most of the things. The only thing that I haven't really been wowed by is eyeshadow. But honestly, like most of their things I've really enjoyed. So this is the shade Nectar and it's just a really beautiful, like peach, but neutralized peach, like it's not so peach that it's orange and it's not pink. So I really like this one. I have 4 or 5 shades. I really like the shade Spice, and I'm wondering if they changed the name Spice to Cinnamon or if the Ulta site just doesn't have the Spice shade because I was looking and I was like, "They don't have Spice." I really like that one. Um, so I'm wondering if the name was changed. So that was the one product that I was like, "Oh, I forgot to talk about this one." So sorry, y'all aren't getting a Flower Beauty blush balm if you win the giveaway, but you are going to get the other things that I'm going to talk about after this palette. So let's talk about eyeshadows. So I'm going to share with you a couple today. I'm going to be doing a favorite winter palettes video. So I didn't want to like bring a lot of eyeshadow into this tonight. Plus I wanted to be able to chat with all of you and I didn't want to hold us all for an hour and a half because I'm sure post holiday we have a lot of stuff going on. So the one palette that I'm pulling back out, I used it for a while and I put it away. And then now I'm like, I really want to have it out for ease of use. This is my, I like to call it my I Need a Dupe palette. This is my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude dupe using Sydney Grace. And then what I did was I actually, after that video, I popped in a couple more shades that I just feel like make this even better for me. Because that's the thing, that's the beautiful thing about doing a dupe palette is you can get the vibes and then you can like add your own little flavor to it to make it your own. So obviously you can see I put in a Cleona shade because I felt like I needed more like ethereal kind of like translucent shades because I did this using all Sydney Grace and Sydney Grace has basically a multi-chrome. And I don't have any of those, but they have a multi-chrome. They have their standard shimmer, which is a thick shimmer, and then their mattes. So I was like, okay, well, I have all the same. And this was mine. And so if you are curious and you have a lot of Sydney Grace, that video is up on my channel as well. And I was actually talking to Steven earlier today on Instagram, like, doing that video was really cool in being able to, like, it was a great process for me to be like, okay, do I have these things in my collection? It's making me enjoy these shadows because it's taking a little bit of them out and making the process of selecting my shadows for the day less overwhelming. But it's also like, yeah, I can kind of get the vibes of that palette from this. I don't necessarily need it. Or there might be a time that I'm like, oh, I really don't have that. I need that palette. So I definitely plan on doing more duping in 2024, whether that is just for me personally or whether I decide to film some of that, it's yet to be seen. But if you ever see a palette, like when it's first announced and you're like, I'd love to see this duped, let me know. And I can try to do that. But Steven also, if you're not following their Instagram, it's Steven. Oh, Steven, are you Steven Ford on Instagram now? Or are you Steven of Fortitude? Steven, they're right here. So put your Instagram handle in because Stephen A has the most beautiful swatches I have ever seen. And they also do great duping the vibes. So definitely check that out. Oh, thank you, Kelsey. Yeah, I really love this. Oh, you think this is even more beautiful than the Natasha Denona? Well, I love that. Thank you so much. It's close-ish, which is fine because that's about all I needed was just duping. Oh, Don, you'd love this too. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing about the Natasha Denona palette. I think that's why everyone was lusting after it because most people are really going to love this. So, yeah. Oh, Sherry, hey, thank you for stopping in. Oh, and Cecily too. Hello, lovelies. So this one is one that I am going to be putting out on my vanity, and then I will also be sharing my winter palette favorites upcoming. So the other palette that I am going to be pulling out, and this is one that is going to go into the giveaway tonight. This is a palette I am challenging myself to use more this year. And it's not that I didn't use it enough because I don't like it, because I actually really love it, but it has a lot of tones in it that like 2022 Kelly wasn't really vibing on, and that's blues. So tonight in the giveaway, the Nomad Lodge Whistler palette, Whistler Snow Lodge palette is going to be in the giveaway. You can't get this palette anymore. I have an extra, and so I'm really happy to give somebody the opportunity to get this palette. But if you know me, you will know that this entire middle row has been barely touched. Honestly, I think this shade here, I have swatched for the video. I don't even know that I used it in the video. So I'm like, and now I have actually been dipping more into blues, into purples. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be it. This is going to be the winter 2023, end of 2023 and into 2024. Kelly is going to use more cool tones. And so this is the one that I'm going to be challenging myself to bring out. And one of you will be able to challenge yourself to the same because you will be winning it in the giveaway. So this is the first item. The other item that I'm definitely going to use a lot are my About Face matte eye paints. And the reason for that is these are so quick and easy to blend onto the eye. There is just something very user-friendly about this. And I think also if you are someone that has drier lids, it's not going to be as unfriendly as some liquid shadows are. Like when I put this on, it ends up just looking like a powder shadow. And even after it's dry, I can almost take a dry brush and buff it out a little bit. Like if you have like a hard crease line, like you're not going to be able to like completely blend that out, but I am able to soften it a little bit because it has this sort of like soft powder look to it, and they're so user friendly. This shade I pulled out to swatch for all of you because this one is so beautiful. This is the shade Hidden Garden, and this is a gray that has a bit of like it's sort of like concrete mixed with olive, if you will. So it's like a gray with a little bit of green and a little bit of blue. So I think that this is a perfect winter shade, and you could buff this all over the lid, tap over a beautiful multi-chrome, something that's iridescent, use it on its own, use a beautiful cool neutral shade like this. And if you're a cool tone lover, this and like Sydney Grace Tiara would be absolutely stunning together. This shade I love so much that this one is also going into the giveaway. Not this one specifically, that would be disgusting, but a brand new one. Congratulations. So, Stephen, I think that when I think of khaki as warm, like more into the olive tones. So this is more like a really desaturated, like a drop of almost like a grungy teal in it. Kind of, I don't know. Yeah, this is absolutely a beautiful gray shade. So this is definitely one that I just absolutely love. So this will be going into the giveaway as well. Cecily, yes, I was so excited when I drew Sandy's name because yeah, absolutely, she is amazing. And ooh, catching up on 2 times speed. I give you credit. This one is Hidden Garden, Liz. This shade, that shade, wherever I put it. This one right here is Hidden Garden. Yeah. All right. So the final thing that is in the giveaway and in the Google form, please make sure you denote the shade that you would like. But I absolutely could not end the year without gifting someone a City Lips gloss from City Beauty. I have used these so much, and I just love them so much. Like, there is something that is sort of like miraculous about this formula. I will be honest, the clear is the one that stole my heart, and it's still the one that I use the most to this day. I use this all throughout the day to sort of like rehydrate. I put it on in the morning when I sit down to do my makeup, just to sort of like fill in my lips and get them, nice and hydrated and plump. I love using it just for like a gloss. I also use this one as my night mask. I actually prefer this over their lip oil just because I feel like when I wake up, I still feel it on the lips. So this is one that I absolutely love. If you know, I am an affiliate with the brand. I do have a code as well. That's Keep Beauty Real. The code isn't affiliate, but the link that I have listed down below is. So I will just be honest about that. But I just absolutely love these. So I have 2 of these open right now, and one of them is almost completely gone. And I am just feeling like so victorious by using up an entire lip gloss. Like, y'all, it's rare. It is rare for me. So in the Google form, you will have the option to choose the clear shade, which I'm not going to swatch for you because it's clear, right? I guess I can. Why don't I? I mean, it'll just get me closer to using a whole one, although this is a slightly fuller bottle. So we've got the clear. And then we have the shade that I have on my lips right now, and it's over the Charlotte Tilbury Super Size Me liner. And this is Plum Springs. This one, if it wasn't last month, it was in the month before in my monthly favorites. This is it is a glimmery. We're going to call it glimmery because it's not shimmery, it's not glittery, and it's not frosty. It just has a little bit of that vibe of, it's luminous. We're going to go with luminous. So that is Plum Spring. So it's a beautiful, like slightly neutral plum shade. And then if you're more of a cream lip gloss lover, like you like that more creamy shade and something that doesn't have any glimmer or luminosity to it, I have the shade Pink Nude. And so you can choose one of these 3. Now, keep in mind that I do have like a golden olive undertone. So these are probably showing up on me just a smidge cooler than they will on someone that has a cool tone skin. It's not a drugstore brand. They are, I wouldn't, just like a regular brand. I don't think they're actually in any stores. So it's an online only brand. I actually have really liked the lip products. I did also try the mascara, and I just wasn't a super fan of that because it's like a wet formula. But I like the look of it. And then I was like, this just makes my lashes like fall down. They do have a lot of skincare as well. And the brand did gift me some skincare, and I'm just trying to use what I have before I open new stuff. So I don't have a lot of thoughts on the skincare, but I actually have some clients that have used it and really love it. So I absolutely love these lip glosses. I did a video with lip swatches of all the shades that I have. I know a lot of people purchased the lip glosses during their Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. Y'all, if you did, you're probably like me and you're a little frustrated because some of the shades, they had some shades on back order, like Plum Springs was on back order. There was another one that is on back order. Yes, this is City Beauty. And like, y'all, to even get it to ship, I literally just got one of my orders because I placed 2 orders. I got one of my orders last week. And I was like, okay, I know that you said some things were backstocked, but they said, oh, in by X date. And no, it was not. Like Plum Springs, my order with Plum Springs took forever. And then my second one took forever. So it just, oh, Mel, you still don't have your order. So I've not had that issue before. I don't know if they were inundated with orders. I don't know what happened, but it really made me sad. I was like, okay, surely they're going to be like popping freebies or something in these boxes because it took a long time. It took a really long time for things to get out. That being said, I love this gloss so much. Like the clear, especially when I put it on and I wait like 20 minutes, I'm like, okay, my lips literally look fuller. And the thing about this, you're not getting it from tingle. It's not stingy. It doesn't have even like a cooling. It is just extra hydrating and just really fills in your lip lines. Like that is a lot of it. It really fills everything in, but my lips do actually get bigger. They say that they have these like collagen spheres that, and of course a lot of like hydrating ingredients, because of course once your lips are more moist and plumped up, they're going to look more full. But this I just absolutely love. Oh, Mel is saying that well, yeah, it is an indie brand, started by an esthetician. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Um, the scent on these, I mean, it's like that like basic B lip gloss smell, but like very, very pretty faint. Like I would almost say coconut vanilla, but like coconut water and a very, very light vanilla. But I put these on, and like the minute I put them on, then I don't smell it at all. So it's not like ugh, it's not like I smell like frosting on my lips or something like that. It's not cloying. If anybody else has tried these, like let me know your thoughts on the scent, because I know some people do not like scent in their lip products at all. But these I just find are not bad. They're not like cloying. They're not super sweet. It's just very, very light. Okay, we have a lot of people saying that they have tried or want to try City Lips. Yeah, I really like it. Oh, Lisa, how are you liking? Well, you said you just got it. So again, I have one and it's nice. I just find that like maybe if I put the oil on and then like, I don't know, I had my ish together enough to like run around the house, do the rest of my stuff for a half an hour, and then put this over the top to kind of like seal it in, because this I just still feel on my lips in the morning when I wake up. Like it's protective. I really like that. Oh, Mel, you like Plum Springs? I bet that one looks absolutely beautiful on you. That one is definitely a favorite. I like Crimson, which is a cream shade, which isn't the color of crimson, but whatever. And a couple of the more like sheer ones, but the clear, I just can't get away from. I always have to have a clear in my purse at all times. Oh, Mel, you find it to be tingly. I don't at all. That's really interesting. Huh. So that is in the gift as well, inside the giveaway. So again, make sure that you have your champagne bottles. Cecily, if you missed, make sure you have your champagne bottles down in the comments so that you can qualify for this giveaway. So we have the Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge palette, and then we have the About Face matte eye paint in Hidden Garden, and then whichever of the 3 shades that I have here that you decide from City Beauty. So that is the giveaway for tonight. And I'm really excited. And for those of you that have won, excuse me, for those of you that have won, I'm getting these out by the end of the week. I promise. I have just not been able to get to the post office, and they're all just going to go at the same time. So I feel really bad. I know Bio Girl won my first one, and she's probably like, where's my box? I'm like, it's coming, I swear. So that is it. Oh, Sherry, thank you so much. I don't know that I do the best. I've seen some huge ones. But here's the thing. I know that I mentioned this in the past. So I did a couple very big giveaways on my channel when I first started out. And while it's fun, I think it just causes that overwhelm. Like someone receives so much makeup at a time. And so I would much rather sort of like sprinkle throughout the year a little bit. And yes, my 5K giveaway coming up is probably going to have a good amount of products in it. But I just find that I love being able to give like sparks of joy to a lot of people, rather than like, here's a huge box of makeup. Welcome to the hoarding community. Like, oh, that's just a little cringe. So that's how I want to do it. Sorry, I just got this tickle. Every live streamer's worst nightmare. All right, I think we got it. So I would love to know, does anybody have a winter must-have product that they'd like to share, like a lippy or a skincare item that you really love? I would really be interested to know. But those are some of my favorites. While you guys are dropping some things in the comments, I just wanted to kind of give an update of some things that are coming up. Of course, my friend Kara and I have our BYOP coming up on Thursday. So that is going to be our New Year reflections palette. So we're going to be reflecting back on our year and choosing our 10 shades based on things, based on the vibe of our year. So I always love this one. It's sometimes tricky, but I really love watching everyone's videos. So I'm really excited for that. And then on Friday, I have a collab with my friend Colin from Queer Bones. So we are doing a collab with a New Year's Eve look. And I absolutely love this idea. I think that, Colin and I have a similar undertone. Now, granted, they are like 75 shades darker than I am, but we have a similar undertone. But the thing is we have a lot of makeup things that we enjoy, but we also have some very contradicting preferences. I know sometimes they have loved something and I've been like, I don't really like it. And there have been times that I'm like, I love this. And they're like, this is horrible. So it's going to be super interesting. So that one's coming on Friday. So there'll be 2 more videos coming for me this week. And then I'm hoping next week that I can get up my favorite makeup brushes video. I got to clean some brushes first. I got to clean some brushes. So I'm hoping to get up my favorite makeup brushes video. So if there are other videos that you want to see this winter, let me know because I will try to put them on my list because I'm hoping to get some time to film more. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is such a sweet comment. So I watched your live with Deandra after it aired. You have a very natural talent for interviews. So here's the thing. I would love to have more creators. I would love to have more brand owners on because I really love getting to dive deeper into knowing the story, knowing stories and just really like having a platform that can help other people find those things out too. And I will say once you go down the path of trying Davina, there's no going back. But sorry, not sorry, because I feel like most of the people that I have led to trying it are like, this is amazing. They usually find at least a few things that they absolutely love. All right. So, oh, Stephen. Okay. So you said that Aquaphor lip repair. Stephen, I would love to know how many tubes of that darn stuff you've gone through because usually when we're on Marco Polo and I'm like, your lips look great. What do you have on? You're like, Aquaphor. It's just my natural beauty enhanced with Aquaphor. And we're still friends. Oh, yeah, Kara. I mean, that's just it. I think a lot of us are. And that's why I'm not trying to gift someone that opportunity. Like, you know, I want to give people small amounts that they can find joy in and not overwhelm. This is going to be the year of less overwhelm in all the ways, in all of the ways. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Cetaphil. So, Liz, you use Cetaphil moisturizer in the tub and Aquaphor every day in the winter to prevent becoming a husk. Your newest must-have is the Dew Gel Cream, which layers under everything. Okay. So once I use up some of my skincare hoard, more Dew is on my list. Liz is also the one that got Jeremy and I to start lip slugging, which if you're not familiar with slugging, it's using a moisturizer and topping that with like an occlusive, something that's really going to protect, whether it's something like Aquaphor, something that has more of that like almost Vaseline type vibe. So that really saved us last winter. That really saved us. So I think that was last winter. Oh my gosh, time is wibbly wobbly. By the way, Liz, I keep forgetting to tell you. I keep forgetting to tell you in our Marco Polos, I am totally a Whovian. I don't know why you thought that I didn't watch Doctor Who, but I absolutely do. I'm way behind. But I absolutely love Doctor Who. Random thing to announce to the entire world while I'm on a live stream. But since I just had a quotable quote there, I had to share that with everybody. Oh, okay. Here's another one. I really want to try this. So Mel, who is, by the way, Mel here on YouTube and Mel by Grace. Oh, Mel by Grace. That's you here on YouTube and then also on Instagram. I just kind of want to shout out creators as we go through here. Innisfree lip sleeping masks are a non-negotiable. Mel, you told me that and I did not pick one up, but I'm also trying to like use up some of the lip products that I have. Absolutely. Okay. So Jody, you love La Roche-Posay's Cicaplast Balm B5 Healing Ointment. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so that's it. Just like a slugging. And Jody, you are what's your Instagram? I'm just like, I just know you as like Jody because we're always in the DMs and it just says Jody. But check out Jody's Instagram. She has some beautiful writing, and if you love biceps and cute little wiener dogs, that is the place to be. Okay. Oh, Deandra, it's all good. That is your like natural candor. I think everybody just loves like hearing your brain dump, and I mean that in the best way possible, but just sort of like, here's my like thoughts coming out of my head, and it it shows that you are not a um contrived or like curated person. You know, as a brand owner, I think a lot of people, it's probably like, okay, I'm going to be very like, very, I guess, conservative in what I share with people, and that's not you. That's not you, girl. You're just living it real. Oh, I love that everybody's putting these skincare things in here. So Carolyn Nicole, who also is here on YouTube, I've really been liking the Gold Bond Eczema Relief Skin Protectant Cream for my dry hands. Okay, yeah. So dry hands in the wintertime, listen here. I am absolutely 100% in need of dry hands help. The problem for me is that I am in water a bajillion times a day. I'm behind a blow dryer and all of that. So the one thing is like I need something at night. So I will maybe have to try that at night. And for me, what also helps is I don't care if it's like 45 degrees, which here in Wisconsin, that's warm for the winter, by the way, for those of you that happen to be in warmer places. But if it's 45 degrees, I'm still putting gloves on when I go outside just because of the dry air. So I am just going to be that weirdo who's running around with gloves at all times just to protect my hands. And it's like, I have like a 10-step walk from the salon to the car, gonna have gloves on. So that's the thing for me that really works absolutely well. So that is one thing that for me is absolutely necessary. So, all right. So we're rolling up on an hour. So I am just going to finish up, but I am so happy to have had you all here to hang out with me tonight and for all of LiveMass. So for those of you that are watching in the replay, I appreciate you watching, and I'm sorry that you couldn't make the lives. But I love getting to hang out with everyone. And this, again, like I said, being able to do this time of year is really just about bringing together our community, getting to chat, because I love that, not only are you all chatting with me, but you are absolutely chatting with each other during all of these and sharing and like helping each other out. And I just love that. So that again is what all of these lives are truly all about. So congrats to all of the winners, including the winner of this last LiveMass, which I will be announcing on Instagram. But if you do not have an Instagram, just make sure in that Google form that you put your email in, because otherwise I don't have a way to contact you to tell you that you won. All right, lovelies, that is going to be it. This is the end of LiveMass. I just wanted to say that I am, again, so grateful for all of you. I hope that you go into 2024 and great things are cultivated. And, I can't wait to see what the year brings. And I appreciate you all so very much. So have a good night. Happy New Year. And I will see you really soon. Bye.